Hallihallo liebe Leute, falls ihr die ersten 2 Parts des Frage-Antwort-Videos noch nicht gesehen habt, dann klickt jetzt auf den Link in den Infokarten und schaut euch den Teil jetzt nochmal an. Ansonsten wünsche ich euch jetzt ganz viel Spaß beim Zuschauen.
Then we have Dusan Cookie Wolf, or better known as Dukey. First, besides the Hungarian shows, were there any other inspirations for starting your own series? When I scripted YGO FD in 2010, I didn't really had an inspiration, so I basically made it from scratch. I just came back to the game, I had to work with what I had. But that evolved in the following years, so... concerning the episodes in the last years, it's difficult to say, because all episodes are connected to the Hungarian universe. So I basically take the Hungarian shows as basically RLDS and Impossible Studio as a template. I think you can say it like that, as a template, because we share the same universe. So I don't really think much of other series at that point when it comes to scripting my stories, because I don't want to make any mistakes. I want everything to be canonical. I always mix up the words, so basically I mainly focus on the Hungarian shows. But mainly when it comes to more jokes in episodes, I think Treasure Key Studios' White Dragon Legacy is a good start for making some jokes there, for some inspiration. Okay, second, what are your top 3 favorite decks? In the last QA video I mentioned my top 2, that's Lair of Darkness and Blue Eyes. To be honest, there isn't really much of a third deck. But in the past years I used to mix Lair of Darkness with Octua deck, and that is a very nice combination. I like to play it until today, so maybe that's my top 3, but I cannot really decide there. Question number 3, real life wise and not serious wise. In a battle royale between you, Tamas, Larion and Gary, who do you think is the most likely to win? Okay, I don't want to be selfish, but to be honest, I think it would be SCHMIRKOS. Because Lair of Darkness was built to play basically against every deck, or almost every deck, because the stronger the opponent usually fights or tries to fight, the more Lair of Darkness strikes back. Of course, Tamas, Blue Eyes isn't meta anymore. It was in 2016, it won the World Championship. But today I think it would be really difficult, even with a new support. But I don't say it's bad. Blue Eyes can still do something, especially in a battle royale like this one. Then we have Larion. Rockets did pretty good in the past years. Also in the last year it won the World Championships. Yeah, maybe Larion also has a chance, but when it comes to Lair of Darkness and Rockets, I don't think it's a very good matchup for Rockets, because they depend on destroying themselves or getting destroyed by the opponent, and Lair of Darkness just tributes everything away. So not really good when, especially when Rockets bring out their aces, their borrow loads. The virus cards can just tribute all monsters away, so yeah. And Gary just plays a pure synchro deck with which wasn't really built to be competitive in real life, so I don't really think he would get a win in a match between the 4 of us, unfortunately, but yeah, I think that's how it would be turning out in real life, between the 4 of us. Next question comes from Gary. We were just talking about you right now. Hi Marco. Okay, first question. Where is a big TCG store near to you, and how good is the selection? There are quite some stores. We have the Fantasy Inn in Hanover. We have the Lotti Cards, also in Hanover, or Langenhagen, that's near to Hanover. That's currently the 2 only ones I can think of right now, but there are definitely more. But I don't really go to TCG stores at the moment, so I can't really name much more. There are some play stores, of course, which also sell cards, like Müller and Celle near us. Unfortunately, no TCG store here in the circle does any tournament events, so unfortunately we cannot go there, or I cannot go there to play some matches. Who knows, maybe that will change in the future too. Second question, which was your absolutely first Yu-Gi-Oh! Sealed product? That's easy to say. Labyrinth of Nightmare. That is the very first booster I have bought back in the days, and I think I have most of the cards from that booster still. Third question, which one is your favorite old Yu-Gi-Oh! Product? I would say one of my favorites are these 2. My Chaos Dual Disc and the Classic Dual Disc. I got them both to my birthdays, so yeah, very nice gifts, very nice presents. Fourth one, Didn't you lose your enthusiasm that people hardly watch long videos on YouTube anymore? I wouldn't say that's true, Gary. I think I mentioned it before. If you take Treasure Key Studios as an example, almost every video of them has like 5 digits views. That's really a lot for real-life episodes. A lot of people watch them, and yeah, I think only the problem is that we don't have so many Yu-Gi-Oh! Real-life series at the moment, or at least the algorithm doesn't boost them so much, so people don't even find them. I think that is one of the problems, but yeah, as I said, Treasure Key Studios, and when Tamash publishes an episode, it still gets a lot of views, and I think when RLDS releases Requiem, there will also be a lot of views, a lot of people will find it, so I don't think that long videos are out, by far not. So no, I haven't lost my enthusiasm, and I believe in my projects that they also will have success and that they will reach the fans and that they will like them. Danke, einen schönen Tag noch. Wünsche ich dir auch, mein Freund. Servus nach Österreich. Then we have 2 comments from Sebastian Hina. What advice can you give for future generations who want to make their own real-life series? What equipment do you use to make an episode? If you want to make your own real-life projects, guys, we talked about enthusiasm. That is really important. You need to have enthusiasm if you want to make a series until the end. And what's not that important but definitely helps you, you need some actors. You can also do a one-man show, you can do it alone, but it isn't that nice as when you have some people around you. Also, you should have some experience when it comes to shooting videos and editing them. That is really important. And a lot of people, a lot of fans who will watch the videos actually don't know how much work flows in these episodes, because there's a lot of detailed work behind it. A lot of videos are done frame by frame, so there are a lot of details in those editing. Until they haven't done that themselves, they don't know what it means to work on such a production. Also important, you should have a proper camera. You can use your handy, you can use your smartphone, but a proper camera with a good quality definitely is a lot better, and it makes a lot of difference. Also, when you work on an episode or a series in general, you should consider making not only duels but also a story. With just some duels, for example, a good guy meeting a bad guy, and the bad guy, hello, I'm a bad guy, I'm wearing a mask. Now I'm gonna beat you up because I'm a bad guy. Whoa, we're gonna have a duel? Oh my gosh! That's not all. It is a part of it, but it's not all. So I highly recommend that you think of a story when you make your series and that you make the duels become a part of it. Sure, the people are mostly interested in the duels, but it gets a lot more pep, a lot more interest when you put a story to it. That's definitely a difference. What equipment do you use to make an episode? Well, I have a camera, which I'm also filming with right now. It's a Panasonic, which films in 4K. Then I have a standard micro, which you can buy in the internet. It's a quite cheap one, but it has a good quality. Then I have my green screen, and yeah, that's practically the standard equipment I'm working with, and it's enough. Then, which tournament deck do you hate the most, and are you putting up your old QA video? Well, there isn't really a deck I hate. I used to always challenge the current meta. Also, like 10 years ago, I challenged Dragon Rulers with Blue Eyes, and I got a quite good success rate actually. And yeah, I'm usually challenging the meta and try to beat it every time. I'm not really dueling much right now, but when I'm into it, then I'm almost always trying to challenge the best decks and yeah, beat them. And concerning the QA video, I will definitely re-upload it, so people can also look for answers to questions which they maybe get in the meantime. So yeah, I will definitely put it up again. Then we have Tommy Shelby. What camera do you use? Do you recommend it? Yeah, I have my Panasonic G85. As I said, it films 4K and up to 30 FPS with 4K. In Full HD, it also can film 60 FPS, so it's a good camera. Do you play Helldivers 2? Who's your favorite historical person? I don't play Helldivers 2. Maybe I will at some time, but as I've said before, I don't really play much games at the moment for different reasons. And well, I don't have a favorite person, to be honest. It's like with the real life characters. There are a lot of inspirational people I like, which have their good sides and which you can learn from, but I don't have the favorite person. Maybe in sport I can mention one person, table tennis player Jan-Ove Waldner, by many considered the GOAT of table tennis, because he has achieved everything which a person can achieve in the table tennis sport. He has won Olympia, and also he did that as the only European player in table tennis history so far, and that really means something. And he has a good ball control. I also play a similar style like him. I also play table tennis in a local club, so yeah, that's my favorite sportsman maybe. Then we have Gabu. I have some questions. Okay. If you were in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Old school anime like Duel Monsters or GX, what cards would you use? It even can be the Wicked Gods or Egyptian Gods. Well, Egyptian Gods and Wicked Gods is difficult because they belong to Yugi and the Tenma brothers. But yeah, maybe Lair of Darkness would work. They didn't exist back then, but you can really play it as an old school deck. It's really fun to play with it, so maybe I would use it. But if I had to choose cards which actually existed back then maybe Magnet Warriors. They also were part of Yugi's strategy, but only a part of it. So yeah, maybe I would play them. Also, Valkyrian is my favorite monster in real life, so it would fit. Second, do you have any favorite cards among those monsters? Normal, Effect, Fusion, Ritual, Synchro, Exceed, Pendulum and Link. From these types, I think it's Effect. Just the normal effect monsters. Normal effect monsters, can you say that? Just effect monsters which you can play in the main deck. Because they are the most usable, you have the most access to them, and they are the easiest to play with. Third, what summon method do you prefer the most from the mentioned card types from the previous question? Also, effect monsters, I just explained why, but I like to add from the extra deck. From the extra deck types, I would say it's Link, because they are the most easy to summon, not gonna lie. They don't have so difficult summoning conditions. The most time you even just need 2 effect monsters on the field, you can just link them away and play the Link monster. They don't need to be at the same level, they don't need to be tuners and non-tuners. So yeah, which one of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Animes is your favorite? Duel Monsters for life! Then we have Abyssal. Have you ever thought about taking deck suggestions from the fans you have and implementing them into the series? For the projects that are coming up, I haven't thought of it, because the scripts are done since 2020. I have finished the dual scripts quite fast, so there wasn't really much room for fan suggestions to add. But I have edited the scripts from time to time when new cuts came out, for example, which I thought of they would be great in some of the scripts. But if I should ever do real life projects after those 3 remaining projects, I maybe would also look for fan suggestions concerning deck ideas. Next up is Felipe Sidonio. When are we getting a plushie of the Cowboy Link Kuribo? Yeah, Konami, when? You heard it. Next one is AM. Hey Schmirko, out of all the duels you have been in, which one is your favorite? Well, the thing is, every duel I have been in have I scripted myself, so I basically had to decide which script is my favorite. But yeah, also concerning the atmosphere and how the script was turned into the episode, it is very difficult to say. I think one of my favorites is the duel between Schmirko and Agathon. It was a lot of back and forth, but maybe when it comes to my episodes, it would be the duel between Schmirko and Tuo-chan. I didn't play Lair in that episode, I played a cyberspace deck. This way you could also see a lot of back and forth. The duel was very even. Both players had cyberburst decks, so it was a very open end. But yeah, I think those 2 duels are one of my favorites. Maybe as an honorable mention, the very first duel with Schmirko on screen. That is in Linked Fates, Schmirko versus Ronin, and that really was a very nice experience also watching it. Even though I knew what was gonna happen, it was very nice to watch. But I also would like to mention, when all the other 3 projects are published, then my favorite duel will be another one, because you can look forward to the boss fight in Yu-Gi-Oh! FD the movie against the Shadow Emperor. And that will be a duel like you have never seen it before, and most probably you never will be again, because it's a very unique duel and it's very epic and it's a banger. Let's say it's a banger, without wanting to sound like a show-off, but the fans will definitely love it. When that duel is out, I will have a new favorite Schmirko duel. Okay, next is Phil Yugo Freak 123. Are you willing in getting a display of Legacy of Destruction for the Yugi support? No, I didn't intend to buy one. I don't know, I wasn't really interested in it. Or are you waiting until late summer for Infinite Forbidden to hunt for the Exodia supporters and the new Exodia Fusion? Well, Infinite Forbidden, maybe. I used to try out the support in Edo Pro, so yeah, it was fun to play, and maybe I will open it in summer. And if I open it, I will definitely make a video of it. Then we have Crimson Ninja. I think that is also the last question. Hi Schmirko, I've got a good question for you. When will you do a crossover episode in the White Dragon Legacy with the Treasure Key Studios guys? Cause they might need a very special guest over there. Well, thank you. In the series itself, it wouldn't be possible. Also in my series, it wouldn't be possible for canonical reasons. But for a special episode, I'm always up, and maybe we can arrange something in the future. It would be definitely fun. Schmirko vs. Kisara? Who knows? And alright, that's all for today. Das waren wirklich eine Menge Fragen. Ich mache es so einfach mal auf Deutsch weiter, auch wenn die meisten Fragen wirklich nur auf Englisch waren. Es waren wirklich sehr viele von euch, die Fragen eingesendet haben. Ganz viele von euch auch mehrere. Und auch so viele einzigartige Fragen. Also vielen Dank dafür, Leute. Es hat wirklich Spaß gemacht, drüber zu schauen und die Fragen zu beantworten. Ja, weiß nicht. Vielleicht werde ich irgendwann mal wieder ein QA-Video machen. Auf jeden Fall arbeite ich jetzt erstmal an den Episoden weiter. An den Real-Life-Folgen. Aktuell, wie gesagt, The Secret Real Life Corporation ist in der Produktion. Ich bin jetzt gerade dabei, ganz viele Aufnahmen auch in der Postproduktion zu bearbeiten. Und wir sind gut in der Zeit, würde ich sagen. Und ich werde auch dann bald irgendwann den ersten Trailer veröffentlichen. Also, ich hoffe, ihr freut euch drauf, Leute. Gut, dann würde ich sagen, danke fürs Zuschauen, Leute. Gebt dem Video einen Daumen nach oben. Abonniert den Kanal, wenn ihr es noch nicht getan habt. Ich werde, wie gesagt, noch ein paar andere Projekte in der Zwischenzeit machen, allen voran TechForce. Und ja gut, dann würde ich sagen, bis zum nächsten Mal, Leute. Möge euch das Yestercard niemals ausgehen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Macht's gut und ciao.